Has your business leveled out or stopped growing? Are marketing strategies that you used in the past no longer really working well? And do you wish that you didn't have to work so hard to keep your practice going? And do you lose money when you take time off? If so, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Madeleine Silva, the creator of the Virtual Marketing Summit and the Freedom Switch Formula. I hope that you have been listening in to the amazing and brilliant speakers this month and that you began implementing their proven marketing strategies into your practice. Now, my presentation is going to be a little bit different. I believe that one of the biggest mistakes established chiropractors, coaches, and healers do in practice is focusing their attention on marketing when their practices begin to level out. More often than not, the plateau in your practice is because of the limits of your business model, not your marketing. And I'm going to tell you why in today's presentation. And I'm also going to share with you the 2 reasons why 95% of business owners fail after they've experienced startup success, and how you can avoid making those same mistakes. And discover how close you are in your practice to the exact point when exponential growth is not only possible, but actually really easy to achieve. And learn how to quickly turn your practice around if you missed the freedom switch moment and got stuck working in the center of your business rather than really leading your business. And you are going to walk away knowing exactly what to focus on in your business right now to make the most impact and get fast results. I've identified 5 stages of a business, and I've prepared a PDF file for you that shows the graph of the 5 stages that I'm going to go over today that you can download right here next to my video. So if you have it already, why don't you go ahead and do that right now. Each stage builds on the previous one, and if you focus on the right thing at the right stage, it's actually really easy to grow a practice that supports the kind of lifestyle you desire. Be it working part-time, to spend time with your kids, the freedom to travel, or build your dream home. The problem is that most chiropractors, coaches, and healers, and even business coaches and consultants don't know how the 5 stages fit together, what to focus on in each stage, or what breakdowns to prepare for. So many get stuck working long hours, sacrificing big parts of their life to just keep afloat. And I don't know if you can relate, but I can, because I did that too. We all know that without a doubt that it takes a lot of energy to start your own business, right? But when we first start out, we all believe that eventually it is going to get easier. But then it doesn't. And we slip into what I call the delay and resign cycle. And I call it the delay and resign cycle because 2 things happen when we get stuck here. One, we delay up-leveling our business model to support our next level growth. So we get stuck struggling to grow our business past a certain point. And 2, we don't know what to do differently, so we struggle for a long time until we kind of resign to that this is just the way it's going to be. I mean, this is exactly what happened to me several years ago. When I first started my business, I grew it to 6 figures in just 9 months, and then I doubled my revenue both my second and my 3rd year. And I kept rocking my startup business year after year, and I was making my way to 7 figures when it was like the air had gone out of the balloon. On the outside looking in, I truly did look like a total success. But if you peeled back the curtain a little, you would have found me both exhausted and discouraged. I had lost my passion and inspiration that I had when I first started my business to the overwhelming chore of what it took to run my business. And I was making pretty good money. I was driving a nice car, taking several long weekend vacations per year. And that was kind of my silver lining. But then it got worse, like way worse. And big changes decided at top government levels, way out of my control, changed the one thing that I had going for myself, my nice, steady cash flow. And practically overnight, I lost 35% of my business revenue. And just like that, poof, my whole profit margin gone. And I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you, but for months, I wasn't even able to pay myself. And like many chiropractors, coaches, and healers, I was the main earner in my little family. So without my income, we didn't have a penny to our name. A few months later, the pre-foreclosure papers arrived, and we barely managed to sell our house before the bank reclaimed it. And laying there in bed, sleepless, worried in our rental, I decided to make whatever I needed to do to turn my business around. No matter what, I was committed. Now, we had made a little bit of money on the sale of the house, so I sat my husband down and I told him that I was going to split it down the middle. Half was going to be for us to live on for the next 6 months in a really tight budget. And the other half, I was going to invest in my slowly failing business. And, miraculously, he actually agreed. And what can I say? I married a totally amazing guy who always believed in me, and even when I come up with these craziest of ideas. But it also meant that I only had 6 months to transform my business before we ran out of money again. And that's when I got the letter in the mail that totally changed my life. When I read that letter, my heart literally filled with hope. After a really tough time, I was beginning to see a glimmer of light at the end of that tunnel. And in the envelope was a letter from a business broker that specialized in selling businesses just like mine. And I finally saw a way out of this mess that I was in. So I called the broker up and asked him what I needed to do in my business if I wanted to sell my business for the number that I had in mind. And he told me several things needed to be in place before he would be able to sell it at that price. One thing was my profit margin had to be X dollars. It has to be a certain level in order to get the multiples that I wanted. The business had to be really easy to run from anywhere in the world, preferably or anywhere in the US. And it had to have turnkey operations. And here's the killer, without me. And, I kind of had my work cut out for me because at the time I was working 60-hour work weeks. I had a brick and mortar business office, and we were operating on a very, very slim profit margin, or not at all. And this is really when I flipped the freedom switch on my own business. And in just 6 months, I grew my profit margin to 65%, and I cut my work week down to 8 hours. And I also turned my business into, I would say, about 80% of virtual business. And then I turned around and I sold my business for the exact number that I was given my broker that day on the phone. And here we are in our brand new home in Austin, Texas, living mortgage-free this time. And now here we are in our brand new home in Austin, Texas, living mortgage-free this time. And after spending a year and a half traveling the country in search of good food and really awesome live music. I'm not telling you this to brag. That is not it at all. I just want to share it with you because I want you to know what's possible when you decide to flip the freedom switch on your practice. Now, I don't for a minute regret selling my business. My only regret is that I didn't make those changes sooner. I mean, long before I was so tired and overwhelmed that all I wanted was to get out. And this is why I'm so passionate about helping chiropractors, coaches, and healers change how they relate to their business operations, team, profits, and leadership, so that they can enjoy more pleasure, abundance, and freedom. But do you want to know my even bigger why? This world is in desperate need of passionate leaders. People who are inspired to make a difference. entrepreneurs with the financial means to contribute to worthy causes, business owners who are positively influencing and shaping our future. And that, my friend, that is you. Now, let me take you through the 5 stages of a business. The first stage, as you can see on the graph that you downloaded, is the dream up stage. And listen up, if you are a chiropractic student or you haven't yet started your practice or your business, this is for you. You will end up being in the dream up stage, that place where you are dreaming up your business, creating your business plan, planning and plotting how you will actually conquer the world. And since you haven't quite yet started your business and you don't have any paying clients yet, right? You're not making any money yet. Now, the one thing that you need to focus on in the dream up stage is your message and your branding and what you're going to offer. So what makes you uniquely you? And why should people do business with you instead of somebody else that might be offer something similar to you? You want to get your offer so hot that no one literally can say no to you. And you want to become a master at your elevator speech so that your answer practically rolls off your tongue when anyone asks you, what do you do? Right? And the one breakdown to watch out for in the dream up stage is wanting everything to be perfect and before you actually open the doors to your business. The second stage is the startup stage. So this is for you if you are starting a brand new practice or business and you are like hitting the road running and there's gazillion things that you feel like you need to learn and figure out. I'm going to tell you the one thing that you need to focus on right now to have the most impact on your startup business. Now, during the startup stage, you are launching your business into the world. In the startup stage, you're beginning to take on clients little by little, and money are beginning to trickle in, right? And here's the thing about the startup stage, which you might have been noticing. It takes a lot of effort to make a little bit of money because you're really building that momentum and nobody really knows you yet. So your cash flow in the startup stage requires 10 times the effort for 1 time the return. And the one thing to focus on during your startup stage is your marketing. You really want to find the most natural and easy ways for you to attract your ideal clients. And what I mean by easy is that I want you to do the stuff that you actually enjoy doing and that you're naturally good at doing when it comes to marketing, rather than taking on something that you dread and that you can't stand doing, because if you do, most likely you won't do it consistently and therefore not get a lot of really great results. And the one key breakdown to watch out for in the startup stage is overwhelm and burnout, because it takes so much energy to launch your business that it's really exhausting. So make sure to take really extra good care of yourself. The third stage is the scale-up stage, and this is for you if you have an established business and you made it through successfully the startup stage and you're starting to feel a little bit of that momentum, like people are kind of calling you rather than you having to hunt them down to find you, right? During the scale-up stage, you want to capitalize on your startup success, and you want to begin to automate your systems. You want to automate your delivery of your services, and you want to begin to automate your marketing. And you want to begin to up-level your systems and processes to streamline your business so it's really easy to run. And also so it can take on a lot of business quickly and without a lot of effort. The good news is that in the scale-up stage, all that energy and effort that you put into your startup stage is finally beginning to pay off. And it's showing up big time in your cash flow. This is when you start seeing 10 times the return for the effort that you put in. Now, the one key breakdown to watch out for in the scale-up stage is systems collapse. Now, there is this momentum that's been building in the startup stage that continues into the scale-up stage. But unless you scale up your systems, your systems won't be able to actually sustain the growth that you are now feeling. And your systems begin to collapse. And if they do collapse, you actually have to go back all the way to the dream up stage to recalibrate, and then work your way through the startup stage once again to build that momentum back up. So it's really important that you focus on up-leveling your systems in the scale-up stage. The fourth stage is the lead-up stage. And during the lead-up stage, you're stepping out from really working in your center of your business, working in your business, and doing all the stuff to really becoming the leader of your business and working more on your business. Now, your cash flow in the lead-up stage is really nice and steady. And the one thing to focus on during the lead-up stage is delegation. You need to find, hire, and train a team to replace you doing the stuff that you used to do in the center of your business. And the one key breakdown to watch out for in the lead-up stage is fear of letting go. You know, that fear of trusting that somebody else can do what you do in your business, and fear that things will fall apart if you do let it go. And the fifth stage is the rock-on stage. And during the rock-on stage, you're in your full freedom switch mode and making a really big difference, doing what you love with a team that supports and admires you, and making lots of money. Even when you're off on vacation, it's really total freedom and abundance. Your cash flow is constantly expanding. And the one thing to focus on during the rock-on stage is connection. You want to really cultivate your connection with your team, with your clients, and even more importantly, other business leaders in your community and around you. Now, the one key breakdown to watch out for in the rock-on stage is isolation. It's really easy to lose your vision and desire for creating what is next when you're feeling like you're all alone. So really make sure that you have a tribe of like-minded professionals who got you back. So those are the 5 stages of a business. But the sad truth is that most chiropractors, coaches, and healers never make it past the startup stage. They never figure out how to successfully scale their systems, lead a team, or rock their vision. And instead, they keep doing the same things that made them successful in the startup stage over and over again. They miss their freedom switch moment, and they really get stuck in that delay and resign cycle that I was stuck in too. Now, if your practice is stuck in the delay and resign cycle, no matter how much marketing you do, your practice will grow in spurts, only to shrink back to the level your business model can sustain. This infusion of massive marketing efforts in times of great need without being able to create consistent growth is what burns chiropractor coaches and healers out faster than anything else. It's also the cause of the cash flow roller coaster. Now, in order to break free from the delay and resign cycle, you need to build a business model based on where you want to go rather than where you're at right now. And you need to identify and begin to eliminate the capacity blocks in your practice by reviewing your business operations, your team, profits, and leadership. You want to streamline your systems and procedures to support the growth that you want in your practice. And you want to delegate the tasks in your practice that you don't enjoy doing or don't do very well. And you want to grow your profit margin well past 40% by tracking your numbers and expenses in a really meaningful way. And you want to inspire your clients, team, and community with your legacy vision. And I hope that you realize that if you've been trying different marketing tactics, but you're still not getting the results that other chiropractors, coaches, and healers are getting, and you're feeling really disappointed, I really want you to know that it's not your fault. It's not that you're doing something wrong, you're not smart enough or charismatic enough. It's simply because your business model is at capacity and it's time to focus on different things than marketing to grow your practice. So go ahead and automate the marketing strategies that have been working in your practice in the past and begin spending your energy and time on strategically up-leveling your business model. As each of the capacity blocks are eliminated, your practice will naturally grow with ease and a lot less effort than you're putting into it now. If you're feeling overwhelmed tackling this alone, and you want some support identifying and eliminating the capacity blocks in your practice, I'm offering a 5-day Freedom video course as my part of the Virtual Marketing Summit Gold membership. So let me tell you what's included in the Gold membership. When you enroll in the Gold membership, you receive lifetime access to all 12 presentations, both in MP3 and MP4 format, so that you can even have your team listen to it. If you are implementing a specific marketing strategy that you heard during the presentation this month and you want to revisit it, you have lifetime access for you and your team to study it in detail. And you also get downloadable implementation guides of all 12 presentations that you can utilize to map out how to implement the strategies that we've been talking about this month. And you also receive a special gift, a unique gift from every one of the 12 speakers. They include, like mine is the 5-day Freedom video course, and there's others are ebooks, several ebooks are included. There's a free memberships, 3 months membership to marketing strategy courses, and much, much more. It's incredibly packed filled with valuable, actionable content for you to implement immediately into your practice. So I just moved to Austin, Texas in August. And we were just in the end of the month, like we only been here for 10 days, hit by the Harvey hurricane, which I'm sure you heard about, the devastation that happened here in Texas. And even though Austin, we were not hit hard at all. We had a little bit of flood in our backyard, lost electricity for 4 hours. That was it. Much of the state is into total devastation. And I decided that I want to give the 100% of the proceeds from the Gold membership, from the Virtual Marketing Summit, to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund to help those families. Now, the total value of the Gold membership is well over $1,000. But you can enroll in the Gold membership for just $97. And as an extra benefit, you get to contribute to helping the families who have been completely devastated because of Hurricane Harvey here in Texas. To enroll in the Gold membership, just click on the link right below this video and we'll take you directly to the webpage where you can enroll. And you'll receive instant access to all of this valuable information that I told you about. Thank you so much for being a part of the Virtual Marketing Summit. It's been an honor to serve you this whole month, and stay in touch. Reach out to me if you ever need anything. I am really here to build a community of powerful chiropractors, coaches, and healers who are making a big difference in this world. And I hope you join me in that mission.